Thomas Weather.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Tuesday morning, it's the third day of September. Hope you had a nice Labor Day weekend. Obviously, we are still talking about Dorian and its effect on the southeastern U.S. over the next few days. This storm, which has pummeled the northern Bahamas, I cannot imagine the level of human suffering that is going on there. In fact, the island of the Grand Bahama, the storm has been sitting over it stationary for more than 24 hours. I don't know what will be left of Grand Bahama. Next, Florida, a close encounter with Florida. Will it stay just off the coast? And then Georgia and the Carolinas. And there's more in the tropics, including maybe a tropical depression or tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico before this day is over. Glad you're here this morning.
Okay, here's the wide shot this morning. There's Dorian over the Bahamas near Florida, and we have that new system in the Gulf of Mexico that has just become potential tropical cyclone 7. Stand by for that. Dorian, the brand new cone. The system still has 120 mile an hour winds. It's a category 3, stationary over the Grand Bahamas, pressure 950 millibars, and moving up just off the Florida coast today and tomorrow. And then on Thursday, it's just off the South Carolina coast. Hurricane warning in effect all the way as far north as, let's say, just north of Daytona Beach. Hurricane watch all the way up to about the Charleston area in South Carolina. But it is very busy out in the tropics. There are 3 invests, 1 hurricane, and 1 area to watch. Invest 93L out there in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico has just recently, as I make your video just now, been upgraded to potential tropical cyclone 7. In other words, it hasn't quite reached it yet, but it will become a depression or maybe tropical storm Ferdinand later on today. So it's heading in the general direction of Mexico. So a very busy situation. In the upper atmosphere, there's a big upper high out to the west and a bigger upper high out in the Atlantic. But in between is an alleyway where Dorian can make that little northward turn. And that's very key. Meanwhile, it keeps us hot, that upper high, for the next few days with a heat index today and for the next several days near 100 or above 100. I've got our high temperature today around 96. Easily we'll get there. Tonight's low 70. Little northeasterly breeze, just like yesterday, at 6 to 12 miles per hour today. As we look at the map tomorrow, we're hot and dry. In fact, I think we're going to have to get out the hose. But meanwhile, look at mean Dorian just off the coast, let's say around Jacksonville. And there it is, approaching Charleston on Thursday. So some real problems from the southeastern U.S. for the next few days as Dorian continues to terrorize. There it is on Friday afternoon on the North Carolina coast, while we're still hot and dry here. And maybe close to the upper 90s. Maybe even higher on Saturday. Could be an isolated storm somewhere, I suppose, but the rain chances, I've got them under 20% at the moment. Same thing on Sunday as well. And so here, let's review. I've got us around 97 tomorrow, easily 96 or 97 Thursday and Friday, upper 90s on Saturday and Sunday. I put in a 10% rain chance Saturday and Sunday. That could be arguably, a little higher, around 20. We'll see, but otherwise we're hot and dry. The GFS ensembles and the European ensembles take us to near 100 over the upcoming weekend, so it's going to be very hot and dry. Obviously, a lot going on in the tropics, and you can stay on top of all the action. Our weather, plus the tropical weather with our weather app, plus access to these videos as well. Get it on your phone or tablet now. Go to the App Store and search Rich Thomas Weather.
So I've been typing on the computer all weekend long. What holiday weekend, right? I have some relatives that had to evacuate the Florida coast. Maybe have friends or relatives who have gone inland as well. By the way, the next 2 names on the list are Ferdinand and Gabriel, and we may be using those names here very, very soon. The tropics are so busy. Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett and I will be talking weather, including Dorian and everything else tropical, and including our heat on TV this morning on CBS 8 and ABC 32. Join us at 5:50 for our weather chat, and our morning crew interacts with their morning crew at 6:40. Live on the radio, 6 to 9, News Talk 93.1. Another video first thing tomorrow morning at 4:45, and your forecast whenever you want it. Across the dial on 8 radio stations twice an hour. That's where you'll find my forecast on the Blue Water family of stations. Have a good day today. I'll keep you up to date, okay?